Do you have 5 minutes? Really, just a little less than 5 minutes. About 2 weeks ago, a couple guys in Scotland had gone out for a walk, and it was cold and icy and snowy. And when they'd gone into this one area where there were some sheep, they noticed that they were all staring at something. They went over to check out what the sheep were looking at, and they heard a kitten crying. And they looked down in the ice and the snow, and there was a cat, a little tabby cat, in the snow. And so they thought to themselves, well, we need to go help them. They went over and they pulled the poor little kitty cat from the snow, and they trudged a long way back to their car and couldn't find anybody who owned it, and tried to see if anybody in town owned it, and it was missing. But the only thing they noticed was the cat's claws were awful sharp. So they took it to a vet in town, and the next day they found out that this cat was not just a little kitty cat. It was a rare breed of wild cat. It is the last living wild cat of any kind in the United Kingdom, which is highly endangered, being 100 to 300 of them left. They named it Huntley. Sadly, the poor little kitty cat had already got pneumonia, and it died within a day or so. But yet, they have now gone about raising money to try to support the dwindling population of these wild animals that are such a beautiful, beautiful creature. I wonder what the Bible says. Listen to these passages from Psalm 104, some selected verses beginning about verse 24 from the Message. What a wildly wonderful world, God. You made it all. With wisdom at your side, made earth overflow with your wonderful creations. Oh, look, the deep, wide sea bringing the fish past counting, sardines and shark and salmon. All the creatures looked expectantly to you to give them their meals on time. You come and they gather around. You open your hand and they eat from it. Psalm 104 paints this wonderful picture of God creating all of creation and how the creation is then dependent upon the Lord. All of the creation. We get so caught up in our lives and get so busy with COVID, with work, with family, that it's very, very easy for us to miss an incredible creation that is all around us. Oh, we might see it in the plants and the flowers of Southwest Florida or wherever you call home, but there are other things. There are the wild birds that are absolutely magnificent. Right here in Florida, we have Florida panthers that too are very endangered. I had the blessing of seeing one a few years ago cross a road. Really, what I saw was a glimpse of a shadow go whoosh, faster than I could have ever thought of running. But if we look around, just open our eyes and look around, even if it is a silly little squirrel climbing up and down an oak tree, God has created a magnificent world around us. And God manages to supply for that world, and we need to do our part as well. So whatever you're doing today, if you're busy, if you're stressed, if you find yourself anxious, I invite you to take time and just look outside. Take time to just sit and look at God's creation all around you. It might be in the form of a little kitty cat that ends up in becoming a wild cat, or it very well may be in the form of some birds at your bird feeder, or even a squirrel. But look at the world around you and see an incredible gift that has been given to you, one that is alive and well and is dependent upon God for its every meal. And maybe we can learn something from it. Maybe we too need to learn to trust that the Lord will indeed provide. We do our part, but the Lord will provide. Enjoy the creation that is around you. It was given to you as a gift by God. Have a great week.